Hello everyone and welcome back. If you saw the video from before, I'm sorry I had to take that down, but I made a couple adjustments to the deck. And I didn't want to take up too much space with the cards or deck that I would just update a couple days afterwards. So let's get started. We're gonna first start out with my level 1 through 4 monsters that don't require any kind of special summon or tribute. First off is Morphing Jars, a great way to reload your hand, great draw power card. Great way to force your opponent to get rid of anything that they may have planned in their hand as well. Next is Decoy Dragon. It's an amazing card for a deck with so many high-level Dragon-type monsters like I have. If it's targeted for an attack, you can special summon a level 7 or high Dragon-type monster, even if it has an effect, and force your opponent to attack it anyway. It's dead. This is a great card for this deck. Even if your monster attacks or their monster attacks, you could discard this card to have your light monster gain the exact same amount of attack that the opposing monster has. It also has an amazing defense and level 4 monster, which is somewhat critical for this deck. Red Eyes Wyvern, even though I barely use this anymore to get out Red Eyes Darkness Metal, you never know when it can come in handy. Plus, it's a level 4 Dragon-type monster with 1800 attack, which is very helpful. I run 2 Whitestone of Legends. Even if you discard this card to special summon the Tricky or something, it's you still get the perk of adding a Blue Eyes White Dragon to your hand. It's also a tuner monster, which is great because it's only level 1, so it works quickly. I run 2 Kaiba Man. It's been very helpful for this deck. I've been able to get Blue Eyes in my hand really quickly thanks to Whitestone Legend, thanks to Summoner's Art, and then summon it quickly with the help of Kaiba Man. Next, I run 3 Mass Dragons. Mass Dragon is a really good card for this deck, mainly because it allows me to get cards out quickly like Decoy Dragon, but at the reverse spectrum, I could also fill up my graveyard a lot faster to make 5-headed dragon. Alright, so that's it for my low-level monsters. Next are my mid-level monsters, which are level 5 or 6, that require no special summoning. I run 2 the Tricky. Like I said, it doesn't require special summoning, but it still has the perk of doing that. This is a great card to have in combination with Whitestone of Legend, because you can discard Whitestone, get out the Tricky, get Blue Eyes in your hand, Monster Reborn, or Called Haunted, your Whitestone of Legend back, and then tune it with a Tricky to make a decently powerful synchro monster. Next, I run 2 Watchtail Dragons, great card to have. Since Summon Skull, there have been very little monsters that have level 6 monsters that have 2500 or more attack. So far as I've seen, there's only been 4, including Watchtail Dragon. Next are my level 7 or higher monsters that require no special summoning. I got Trihorn Dragon, which is a decent card to have. I'm looking to replace it as soon as I can get another Rabbit Dragon. 2850 attack, 2350 defense, which was really good back in its heyday, but now it's kind of out of style. Rabbit Dragon is a great update. For a level 8 monster, it has 2850 attack, 2950 attack, 2900 defense, which is an amazing attack and defense, very close to Blue Eyes in total strength. As I said before, this is a Blue Eyes deck, so obviously I'm running 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons. Sorry if you can't see that middle one, it's Ghost Gold Rare from the Haunted Mine. Blue Eyes White Dragon still stands as number 1 as the most powerful dragon normal type monster in the game today. Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon is a great card for any dragon deck. You could banish a dragon type monster to special summon it, and then use its effect to special summon another dragon type monster from your graveyard, even if it has an effect, even if it's a high level monster. Next are trap cards. I run 7 Tulip Bandit, which is a great card to have in a lot of decks, especially ones that require the ability to use your spell and trap cards without very much interruption. It's also a counter trap, which is great because it can take care of Solid Judgment if you need it to. I have Called Haunted, which I used to run 2, but I took one out when I realized that I was focusing too much on the graveyard. This deck is already based on special summoning so much, it's just better to run 1. Mirror Force, which is a great card for any deck, because it doesn't require any tributes to destroy all of your opponent's face-up attack position monsters. when an attack is declared upon you. Uh, Inconceivable, but very, very good. Next is Mr. Zure, which is a great card that I'm surprised isn't banned or limited in any way. Even if you tribute a monster on your side of the field, you can still destroy a monster that your opponent controls, as long as the monster leaves the field. Next is Starlight Road. It's a good card to have just on hand if your opponent uses something like Heavy Storm or Dark Hole. You activate this card, negate it, and destroy it. And then you also have the perk of special summoning Stardust Dragon if you want to. Solemn Judgment is a really good card to have. I don't like paying half my life points for almost anything, but you never know when it could come in handy. Very good card. Dimension Slice, like I said before, this deck is based off of special summoning as many monsters as quickly as possible. With this card, if you special summon a monster, you could banish a monster your opponent controls. If it's an Xyz monster, you could actually activate this card the same turn you set it down. Dragon's Rebirth, which is a really good card for any dragon deck, a good last resort card. If you banish a dragon-type monster you control, you could actually special summon another dragon-type monster, doesn't matter level, doesn't matter effect, from your deck or your hand, or graveyard. Run 2 hero merges. I was really skeptical about using this card at first, but my friend kept pushing it on me, and ever since I started using it, it's actually been an incredibly useful deck, or incredibly useful card. Next are my spell cards. I have Card Destruction. Just like Morphing Jar, it's a really good way to reload your hand and force your opponent to discard theirs. Next is Heavy Storm. Great way to get rid of their spell and trap cards, just in case you're having issues with something like that, like Nightmare Stockade or something. Mystical Space Typhoon, which is a great way to get rid of a single spell trap or field card, just in case. Monster Reborn, which is a standard card for any deck. Great way to get out a monster from the graveyard, even if it's not your monster. Dragon's Mirror, I run 2 of those. Even though I've been able to summon Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon a lot more lately, I still use it just in case, because to summon 5-headed dragon, because it's just too easy to summon that way. Next to Summoner's Art, I run 2 of these, and you have no idea how helpful that's been. I level 5 or higher normal type monster from your deck to your hand. You can get Waptail Dragon, use Tricky as a tribute. You can get Blue Eyes out and use it with Kaiba Man. Great card. 3 Ancient Rules. These were hard to come by, but I finally got a third one. I used to run Photon Sanctuary, but I realized that wouldn't work for cards like Trihorn Dragon. So it's a great way to get Waptail and Blue Eyes on the field very fast. Okay, that's it for my main deck. Now we're going to go to my side deck where I have, or my extra deck where I have all my Synchros, Xyz, Fusions, whatever. So we're going to start off with my Synchros. I run Orient Dragon. Even though there's been ever since Xyz came out, there's been a massive decline in opponents using Synchro monsters, but still a level 6 Synchro monster with 2300 attack that banishes other Synchro monsters is a very good card to have just in case. Gaia, the Force of Earth, 2600 attack for level 6, Synchro monster, open synchronization, very good card to have just in case you need a little extra help. Stardust Dragon, as you saw, I don't actually have the ability to use this Synchro summon this properly because I don't have any level 7s in this deck and I only run a level 1 tuner monster. Still, with Starlight Road, it's easy to get it out on the field, and then its effect, as you've seen before, is very, very good. Next are my fusions with Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. I could run 2, but I'm only running 1 because it's a lot more difficult to summon than 5-headed. 4500 attack, which is still one of the higher ranking attack points for fusion dragon type monster. Run 2 5-headed dragon, which is a good card to have. It can't be destroyed as a result of battle from anything else but a divine or light monster. 5000 attack, 5000 defense. It pretty much makes it almost unstoppable. Next are my Xyz. Run Princess Cologne, which is a good card to have. As long as I have another monster on the field, it can't be targeted by spell traps, monster effects, and it can't be destroyed. It can't be targeted by battle. Another good reason to have this is that if you have a normal type monster that's destroyed as a result of battle or card effect, you could get another one from your graveyard or deck. Next, Queen Dragon Dijin. Decent card to have. It's kind of like Princess Cologne, but it focuses on dragon monsters, protecting them from attack, spell, traps, monster effects. Not a bad card to have. Since I run 5 level 8 normal type monsters, I run Thunder and Dragon. This is a good card to have just as kind of a last resort. All you gotta do is just detach one Xyz material, destroy all the other monsters on the field. I run Heretic Sun Dragon Overlord. This is the Xyz monster I summon most often because its effect allows me to clear the field of my opponent's cards so I can deal more damage to them as fast as possible. Luckily, the effect doesn't keep it from attacking either. I also have Queen of the Night. Even though it's a plant-type monster made for a plant deck, it still has takes 3 materials to make, has 3,200 attack, but it also has the effect of gaining its own attack by 500 since it is a plant-type monster. Also, you can target a face-down spell or trap card your opponent controls, and as long as that monster's on the field, your opponent cannot target it or activate it. So, as you see, I got new sleeves too. That's my updated Blue Eyes White Dragon deck. I'll keep you updated if anything else comes up, but as for me, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you would like to see more deck updates, and have a nice whatever time of day it is over there.